So here I am again, trying to position this camera because of the sunlight. There we go. Anyway, on to another question. Was thinking about expanding more. I started off with how did I survive as a single mother to 11 children, and so I would actually like to expand more on more global, multidimensional, spiritual things that came from my experiences as a single mother of 11 children. And so a question I came up with is, what part of me has been observing my life all along? I realized that in hindsight that beyond roles and reactions, there might have been an awareness that remained steady, quietly witnessing every season. And so I once saw a video by a woman named Susie Ornament, and she said, "What is your name actually?" And especially as females, we have several names. We have wife, we have mother, we have auntie, we have maybe a business name, but who am I really? And I realized I'm Yana. And what is Yana? The way it's spelt is actually Irish etymology, which means fortress, sanctuary, safety, protection, and also in the pronunciation is Hebrew, which means my God will answer or has answered. And so who or what was the part of me that was witnessing and observing everything as I was going through it? And I've come to the conclusion that it was the Yana part of me. And so I learned along the way that no matter what the situation was or is, that there was some kind of answer for me, some kind of direction. So the part of me that was observing everything and watching everything as I went through everything, it kind of felt like it was the part of me that was waiting, maybe not for the conclusion, but waiting for the arrival more so. And maybe it wasn't just me, my soul, my oversoul, my spirit, whatever. It wasn't just me waiting for my arrival, but it was, I don't know, we are connected to everything. Like it's shown and spoken about in movies like Avatar, how everything is a neurological framework or connection. And there's so many philosophies that say we are everything, we're connected to everything. So maybe it wasn't just me, myself, and I, oversoul, spirit waiting for the arrival or for my arrival, but it was also everything and anything that I was connected to, the fauna, the flora, other souls, other spirits, maybe not even in this dimension. I felt like everything was waiting for my arrival. And years ago, I did some hypnotherapy, and the hypnotherapist had me go back to whatever, can't remember all the details, and I went back to this vision of me, and this was maybe 30 years ago, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm waiting." She said, and it wasn't me in this physical body that I was envisioning, it was me in another entity or another body or another soul in another dispensation of time. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm waiting." She said, "What are you waiting for?" I said, "I don't know, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the next thing, the next arrival, the next something." So I've had this feeling all along of waiting, if not for my arrival, some kind of arrival, maybe some kind of awakening. And as I said in one of my other videos, I had several awakenings. So who am I outside of this that's watching and observing? I think it's everything. It's me And everything that I'm connected to is waiting for the pieces of the puzzle to fall into place, or the piece that falls into place or gets put in place for me to go to the next puzzle or to the next slide. And I feel like everything in my life was part of the path to take me there. It was part of the path to arrive at this arrival. I don't know how else to say it. And I'm more and more feeling, if not closer to the actual arrival, because maybe I've already arrived, because, you know, past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. Maybe I'm just waiting for witnessing or consciously being aware of the arrival that has already happened. I know that might sound, if not oversimplified, and maybe too complicated, but to me it just feels right. I also feel like nature, the outdoors, the trees, the plants, the sun, the air, the clouds, the water, has everything to do with my connection to this arrival. It's like a major part of me. So I feel like that's the witness. I once heard some time ago this saying said, truth needs no witnesses. Or truth, everything is your witness when it comes to truth. And you don't need a defense. And it's kind of what it feels like. Like everything around me is waiting for me to connect to this arrival. I'm not sure if it's an arrival of what my purpose is or what I'm supposed to do next, or maybe it's just, I don't know if I believe in purpose anymore, like having a specific purpose. I'm beginning to believe more and more that my purpose, or maybe anyone's purpose, is just to be happy and become a co-creator in happiness, and that it has nothing to do with the physical challenges or experiences that maybe make life difficult. So, you know, and I definitely believe that we only suffer as long as it takes for us to figure out that we don't have to suffer anymore. So the person or being or consciousness that is watching everything outside of my physical reality is actually everything. And everything that I'm connected to, which is kind of one and the same. So, just my thoughts. Until next time, thank you for watching.